guys, welcome to Teacher Talk
Hey.
with Steph and Sean.
Woo!
We are in 30 Days to Understanding the Bible, Chapter 6, the Exodus era.
Exodus.
Yeah, so Exodus is this great move of the Hebrew people.
Like 2 million.
Yeah, insane.
I mean, it's a significant amount of people.
Yeah, leaving Egypt and following God for the Promised Land. Yeah, I think when we think about the magnitude of what this actually looked like, I think sometimes we tend to underestimate it a little bit in our imagination.
Well, because you think you're like a couple hundred people, or a few hundred people, and it's like, no.
Where he actually says that there were perhaps between 2.5 to 3 million people who left Egypt during this Exodus, right? So he's already compared the geography to the state of Texas, roughly, like that we cover in the Old Testament. He says that would be like the entire city of Dallas just picking up and moving across the state of Texas. And you get the magnitude of what actually happens. And that doesn't include all the animals that it took with them.
Think about the manure alone that's trekking across the desert, all these sands, all these places, and like the nations around them, like what are they thinking just watching this huge people group?
Yeah, I mean, like these people weren't like looking for a little oasis with a palm tree when they looked to camp at night. They needed a valley that was 10 miles square to park the bus.
My gosh.
This is significant.
So remember what we said a few days ago about geography, like it being important to kind of remember. It's going to help remember like the mass of some of these movements. So friends, in this section, in the Exodus era, you'll notice we get deliverance, from slavery out of Egypt. We've got the law, which is probably so much, even in the New Testament, ends up getting hearkened back to or referred back to the law. So even the New Testament scholars known as the Pharisees, the Sadducees, they were often looking to the law, to what was pronounced to Moses and then to the people of Israel in this time. So this is a foundational place to just understand what's happening. The place of rebellion against God, 40 years of wandering, and this is the part, I think, Steph, that frustrates me the most about the Old Testament is you've got a whole generation of people, what did it say, 21 years or older at the time that God says, okay, you're not going into your promised land.
Dang.
And they have to hang out in the in-between place, like never really getting to see the place that was promised to them, the place of their destiny, where they were supposed to go and take the land and get their promise. And God's like, you got no trust, you have no faith. And like, you imagine just hanging out 40 years, like you never really get where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, that's a long time. That is.
That's harsh. So,
intense.
Friends, those are our main takeaways for today. Encourage you, stay with this. We're getting close to kind of that 1/3 mark in the book. Any questions or comments, post them in the post or in the YouTube below. For now, may you delight in His face as you delight in His word.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.